Everybody, welcome to the Stratosphere Lounge. I'm your host, Bill Whittle. Just a few moments ago, we were playing our walk-in music on this Ustream thing, and I realized this is not actually software. It's some kind of a non-software thing. It looks like software and it has the qualities of software, but it doesn't behave like software. I started playing one tune and I dissolved into another one, and the first one kept playing, and I kept trying to switch the signal and the whatchamacallit to the gilded fractal, and then nothing worked. But anyway, here we are. We're back again. So crapware, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Foghorn. Can't tell you how excited I am about moving to Twitch. Just Wednesdays roll around, I don't seem to get to it, but I did, between last show and this show, did get a chance to see Twitch at work. Our friend Vipercheck did a brief for our Star Citizen thing. He basically ran a mission where he did all the radio calls. An actual combat strike mission for the United States Air Force. And it was really cool. But he also had a bunch of graphics and stuff that he could bring into it, so that could be neat. In any event, this is it, and if I can just sit down, get this thing set up for next time, I'll be actually happy. And yes, the picture is awful because I'm on the basic plan. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I just want to make it clear. I'm more than happy to pay for this. I don't expect it to be free. But I will say that that they do not have a monthly rate. They have a monthly rate plus viewer hours, and the viewer hours, it's like 25 viewer hours, 25 people viewing for 1 hour. They actually have no idea what this thing's all about, the Stratosphere Lounge thing. You can run up some very, very big numbers, because even though I only have 8 viewers, I usually go for 50, 60 hours. Anyway, it's a thing, and soon it will be an X thing, and after that it'll be another thing. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, and Foghorn's brief was very cool, by the way. It was really kind of neat to hear the actual language, kind of ring of truth kind of thing. Now I'm looking at my screen and I don't see any picture. I mean, I see a picture, it's just not moving. So I'm going to refresh and all the rest of it. But honestly, it does look, Twitch looks great, and I was impressed. I can't wait to see the control panel and stuff. Okay, so I've got a big old locked up screen here with no video, which I can live without, mind you. If you guys are still getting video, then I will take that as read. Oh, wait a minute, I'm looking. I can check it here. This is just appalling. Anyway, so here we are. Not really much to talk about. Building this little world up molecule by molecule. I don't know if you guys have ever had to work on a project like this where you had to do every single thing, and it's not just one learning curve; it's an entire learning, manifold. I mean, it's incredible. But what I found is I've been working on it for so long, almost, I would guess seriously, for about a year now. And it's like all of this is true for some other projects too, I imagine. So you expect you're going to start, getting up here and delivering results, and you get to here and you realize you don't have the information you need, so you have to kind of go over here, and then you learn something, you kind of come back way over here, then something else you didn't miss, you go over here, and you're doing all this other stuff. You're basically building up competence, but you're building up competence in the foundational basics, and you're not putting out any product, not putting out any finished video. And given that we have a October 15th deadline at this convention, by which this first one has to be finished, that is getting alarming to me. But what I have found lately is that it's like the level the mean water level is rising to the point now where almost everything that I'm going to be doing now is going to be usable. So, I spent 3-4 months texturing this spacecraft, and then I spent another months trying to figure out to get the motion capture working, get the facial capture working. But they're all starting to come online at the same time. And I've got a pretty good feeling that today when I get home, I'll have the first finished footage that will actually make it into the first of these demos that are just so interesting to me. Anyway, I say we just jump on right into it, because I'm looking forward to going home and saying hello to my wife. So let's see what we got here. Facebook. I have to change it every week. That's the main thing, is to make sure you keep changing it every week. What have I got here? Oh, somebody's picture. Hey, look at that. Steve Darrow has a picture of the person who we talked about. We talked about a while ago with this. He had a friend of his that was trying to get into the Air Force, and she failed the flight physical. I think it was color blindness, if I remember correctly. And if I remember correctly, I think what I said was that when you do the color blindness tests, for flight exams, or you've all done these color blindness tests, right? You get a series, there's like a circle with lots of little tiles in it, and they're either pink or mint green or maybe like a light coral. They're very light pastel colors so that you can't see any difference in tone. And if you can't see color, then you can't read the numbers that are spelled out inside these little tiles inside the circle. And I had a friend of mine fail that many years ago, or 10 years ago now or more, I guess. And he wanted to be a pilot, and he said that was pretty much it. But I suggested to him, and then I think I suggested, here it is, Steve, that the reason you have to be able to have the color vision for flying is, at the very least, because if the radios go down, the control tower can send you, they've got a big flashlight, basically, it's a light gun, and they can send you colored lights to tell you what to do, green or red or white or variations and flashes and stuff. So my point then was that, well, that's not a mint green, or a light coral. That is red. That is ruby red and emerald green, bright, bright, bright colors. Go out and see if you can pass that test. And it looks like she did. So anyway, we have ourselves a picture of a very happy looking person in a flight suit, and looks like a G suit, standing in front of a trainer that I can't make out. Might be a Pilatus, I'm not sure. But in any event, I'm very, 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 very happy to hear that worked out. And please pass on my congratulations, Steve, because that was impressive. Okay, let's see. Moving on here, we're going to just go through these and see what we get.